You gotta motivate.
Get up and keep going.
Celebrate.
This life you've been holding.
Demonstrate
your love and devotion.
And everybody get up and get up. It's time to get it moving, y'all. Step up your game. You gotta motivate.
Get up and keep going.
Celebrate.
This life you've been holding.
Demonstrate
your love and devotion.
And everybody get up and get up. Motivate.
Get up and keep moving.
Celebrate.
This life is no illusion.
Demonstrate
the skills you've been using.
And everybody get up and get up.
And welcome back to yet another review by Zombill. In today's review, we're going to be taking a look at the Aspire Atlantis. Yes. I know I'm a little late to the game, but better late than never. So, who sent this to me? It was MistEliquid.co.uk. That's right, this one came from England. So it's another foreign review for Zombill. How about that, peeps? So you know how we roll. We're going to go take a look at their website, get some pricing information on this bad boy. We're also going to take and get some prices on their juices because, little bonus review, we're going to review their vanilla custard because they sent that along to me as well. So let's have a quick toot and we'll head off to that website. And welcome to the brief online tutorial for MistEliquid. Now let's check out the main website. You can find MistEliquid at MistEliquid.co.uk. And this is their main web page. Helping smokers since 2011. As you can see, the Aspire Atlantis goes for €28 and 99 pence. The HS line goes for $17.99 on 100ml bottles, which comes in strengths of 0, 6, 11, 18, 24, and 36. Now that comes in for every one of the HS lines. 30ml bottles will run you $8.39. 10ml bottles of the HS line will run you $3.50. Now, the HS line can also be got in the 50/50, which is their VG line, at $17.99 for the 100ml. And their 30mls go for $8.39. Now, the HS premiums go for $11.99, and those are 50ml bottles. Now, their very own made in Britain 70/30 PGBG goes for $4 a bottle in the 10 mils, which you can get in strengths of 0, 6, 12, 18, and 24. Now they do carry a shisha line, and you can get those for $1.99 in a 10ml bottle. And you can also get those in 0, 6, 11, 18, 24, and 36. Now, they do have flavored concentrates for people that like to DIY. And the last thing I'm going to touch on is this reduction kit that they have, which is something that if a smoker who starts vaping can use to wean himself off of nicotine completely. Now, these reduction kits go for $35, and that'll do it for the brief online tutorial for MistEliquid. Now, back to the review. Before I start, I must point out I did receive this free of charge for the purpose of conducting a review, but my opinion of the product will remain true, honest, and accurate as always. Let's go down to the table and take a close look at this bad boy. Okay, peeps, so here is the Aspire Atlantis, and this is the actual packaging that it comes in. You can see here on this side it says Atlantis, Aspire, and we flip it over, we get some information here where it says, let me fix the focus on this just a little bit. A scratch and check sticker here, so that you can authenticate your Aspire Atlantis at www.aspirecig.com. So let's take a look in the packaging. You get the Aspire Atlantis, of course. And you also get the replacement Pyrex tube and the spare coil head. There's also something in here, I'm not sure exactly what this is for, but it says like us to win. And there's Facebook.com. I'll have that in the description box. And of course on the back here they show the latest in the Aspire products: Atlantis, Nautilus, Nautilus Mini, CF Mod, and CF Sub. Here's the Atlantis tank. So let's talk a little bit about it. This is a 304 Pyrex, a 304 stainless steel and a Pyrex tank. You have a non-adjustable 510 here, so if you need to adjust, your device is going to have to be able to adjust for this. The pin is actually stainless steel. It's a 22 millimeter diameter, and its length from this point to the tip of the thread is 51 millimeters in length. Now the AFC, which is the smallest hole right here, starts out at 1.8 millimeters. And then it goes up to 2.5 millimeters, and then a 6 millimeter sort of Cylon style Cyclops slot, and then of course your widest setting is going to be 9 millimeters across. Now your drip tip, the base of the drip tip comes in at 6 millimeters in diameter, and the top is 8 millimeters in diameter. So plenty of airflow on all counts. Your 510 area here for drip tip will fit any 510 in it pretty snugly. You have your base, which has the AFC ring on it. You have your coil head, which we'll talk about here in just a minute. Your Pyrex glass tube, and your top section with the crown that holds the coil head, and the drip tip. So basically 5 main parts. Now, if you look down in the top cap, so to speak, with the crown chamber on it, you'll see that there's these pressings in there. Well, that just basically holds your Pyrex glass tube in place. And basically to get that out, or to put it back in, you just basically need to turn and just gently turn and pull at the same time. And when you put it back in, the same thing. Just gently turn and push it in. Just like that. And it'll slide back into place fairly easy. It's not too hard getting it out, but you want to be delicate about trying to remove it, especially the first time. Now, this coil head is 0.5 ohms, and of course I've used it already, so it's going to be a little bit juicy. But nonetheless, on the coil head itself, you're going to have, let's see if I can find it here. Ooh, that light, just the reflection of the light. Okay, there is the Aspire logo. hell is that? Not exactly sure what that is. Let's see if I can get it to focus a little bit better. Oh, that's that logo is for don't dispose of or dispose properly. And then of course here, I can get it to show right. It says 0.5 ohms, and then your recommended wattage. It'll say 20 watts to 30 watts. And there's your certification. Now, if you look down inside here, you'll actually see the coil. It's a BVC. It's a bottom vertical coil. And you'll also see the mesh guard that's at the top. Now, these juice holes here measure out to be about 3 millimeters. So you're getting your airflow in from the bottom here on these massive gaping holes, which I believe are right around 6 millimeters. So your airflow comes in here, shoots up through the center shaft, and yeah, massive vapor production. Now, when you first go to set up your coil, you're going to want to prime it by putting juice in it. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'm going to be using MistEliquid's vanilla custard, because you know that's who sent the Atlantis to me, so they also sent me this. And everybody knows that I love vanilla custard. So you basically just want to put a little bit in through the top just to get it primed up, ready to go. And just a little bit, that's all it really takes. That way you can get your cotton all primed up. We're going to take and put this together. So basically you want to take your coil head and you're going to screw it into the base like so. And then once you put your liquid in, you're basically going to screw this together on here like so. And I just want to show you real quick. You see the notches in there on the crown? Well, that's where your juice feeds through. And you can see that the coil head, the holes on the coil head actually run through those notches. So then you get your drip tip, and you've completed the Aspire Atlantis. So now let's go back up to main camera view and have a vape. Alright, so now we're back here at main camera shot, and I just wanted to point out, this looks really good on the copper celt mod. Oh, I love the celt. And if I remember correctly, I think the celt is from the UK also. Not sure. I haven't put the review for the celt up. I've covered the review. I just haven't posted it yet. But I'm going to be posting the review on the celt soon. So, now, let's see it in action. And we're going to start with the smallest air hole, which is the, what is that, the 1.8. So this is close to what I normally vape on all my rebuildables. I usually have my air holes drilled out to 2 millimeters. So 1.8, let's see. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. That's just on the smallest setting, my peeps. That's almost what I normally vape at when it comes to airflow. Now, let's push this sucker up to 2.5 millimeters. That's the second widest. Damn, is it getting cloudy up in here or what? Whew. Wow. Okay. Now we're going to go to the first Cylon Cyclops style air hole, which you can see it right there, which measures out to be 6 millimeters across. I'm going to take a guess and say that it's about maybe about 1.5 in height, or maybe that's two. Yeah, it might be 2 millimeters in height. So 6 millimeters across, 2 millimeters up. Holy smokes! Which I should actually say, holy vapes! Oh man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle this top one here, because I am not a cloud chaser. I rebuild like a cloud chaser, but that's strictly for flavor. But 9 millimeters across. Woo! That's what the full open one is. So let's see about this now, shall we? Wow! Woo! You talk about some killer vapor. This is kick ass. Now, okay, so we've seen it on a mech mod. Let me just change it up. I'll be back in 2 and 2. Okay, now I've got this on my Sarah mod, and this thing goes up to 35 watts. Now, why am I putting it on my Sarah mod and not my Regulator? Because, well, I don't know. I like how the Sarah mod looks with the Atlantis tank, and 35 watts. But I'm not going to start out at 35 watts. I'm going to start out at 27.5. As you can see on the screen there, 27.5. And it does register it at 5 ohms. Ooh, wow. Wow. The taste is phenomenal at 27.5. Now, let's bump it up to 30 watts. We'll go 30. Alright, here we go, 30 watts. Ooh, this is great. Now, shall I dare to go 35 and just blow it completely out? Yeah, why not? I feel daring today. Now, typically, on a 0.5 build, okay, I would normally keep it at 27.5 watts because, I mean, seriously, that's really all I need. Now, of course, I have already fooled around with some of my other mods, like my Regulator, which goes up to 100 watts, and I've had the Atlantis up to 45 watts, but it just got a bit too hot for me. Okay, so this is 35 watts on the Sarah mod, 0.5 ohms. Let's do it to it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A little bit more about the Atlantis. Because it's at a 0.5 ohm. You don't want to use batteries that are going to be low amperage. No, no, no. I find that if you use batteries at 30 amps or higher, that's where you need to be. So big warning on this. It needs to have a battery in your mod, whether it be a regulated mod or whether it be a mechanical. It needs to have a battery that you can have at a 0.5 ohm build. Now, if you're not sure about this, you know, Sony VTC4s, VTC5s, Purple E-Fest 18650s, AW 18650, 26650 mods, Sony 26650 battery, MNKE battery. You know, there's a huge list of what batteries you can use for the Atlantis, but you need to make sure that you're at a 30 amp or higher. Now, I know there's batteries out there that go, say, 30 amps, 35 amps, 40 amps, and then your 26650s carry on up to 70 amps now, okay? Those are perfect for the Atlantis. Now, the one thing that I need to make sure I'm clear about is that you don't go trying to stick this on something like an Ego, because you might have a catastrophe. Don't do it. Make sure you're safe with your batteries, peeps. Okay. So, for the Atlantis, if you fancy trying one out for yourself, you can go along to MistEliquid.co.uk. You can find them on Facebook. I just want to give a big shout out to the owners of MistEliquid in the UK for sending this on to me. This is a treat. This is like a Christmas present, you know. I had plans to buy one, but since they sent it on to me, you know, I know I'm going to do a re-wick video for it. That'll be coming up shortly. And, well, I hope you enjoyed the review, peeps. Please subscribe to my YouTube. And as always, my peeps and peepettes, happy vaping.